Hello, I am Carrie and I'm back with another pick a card reading. And today I want to ask, who are you? One of my favorite questions to ask the universe because I just love the way the universe will tell you who you are rather than if you ask your mom or your dad or your friends or your boss. Like, everybody's going to have a different opinion, but if you ask the universe, it gives you more of a complete look at who you are, all different aspects and sides of you. And so I wanted to bring this reading back around, one of my favorite ones to do for you all. And today I have 5 different piles for you. So I've got pile 1 here, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, and pile 5. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot deck right now for this. I have 2 cards that are gonna show you who you are, and then I'll be pulling some clarifying cards. So let's get started with pile 1. Okay, pile 1, here is your reading. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you resonate with this. Okay, so for you, your 2 cards to answer the question who you are. You've got the Nine of Wands and then the Fool in reverse. So basically, pile 1, you are someone who has you've gone through some things. You've experienced some things. And this could have been when you were younger and innocent because we have the Fool in reverse. So maybe you were like maybe you were just out here doing things and trying things and like running around different places. Basically, it's someone who is pretty uncontrolled in their energy. But the funny thing is, we don't learn to control our energy until things happen to us, and then we understand the purpose or need to do that. So you could have been someone as your youth, like somebody who was pretty, because we got wands here. I'm thinking like a passionate person, like you could be very easily stimulated by outside sources, let's say. So if somebody wanted, like, if you went to a candy store, you would be the type of person who would be trying to basically get all the candy. You want to eat it right away. You might not have very much impulse control or patience either. At least that could have been you, the old version of you. Who knows? But it's like that was a starting point for you. Someone who is very easily controlled by outside sources. So like any stimulus that you could get your hands on, you would be like, oh my goodness, look at this. Ooh, what about over here? Oh my gosh, what about that? Like, ooh, let's do this. Let's try that. Like someone who's very, very excitable. But now that you've kind of like been through some things and been hurt a few times, you've become this Nine of Wands, this wounded warrior. Nine of Wands card is all about the wounded warrior. You see, she's kind of like, it looks like she's building a fence here. So that she can keep other people out and keep basically other energy out. And that may be what you've learned to do after going through all of these things in your life in the past. Like, again, if you're out here, you know, it's very excitable in your energy, you can experience a lot of different things. Let's see, maybe some things that you're not quite ready for, you have experienced. Like things that you didn't, like you were just excited to be there and you didn't understand why these certain things happen to you. You were just like, no, I was just interested. I didn't think that this would happen. Like you could have been shocked and surprised by a lot of things that happened to you in your past. And you were just curious, that's all. And boom, you get these outcomes and these results. And they may have scared you and it might have been not what you wanted, but you didn't really stop to think about the consequences. You just kind of jumped in head first. And it just brought you into this type of Nine of Wands energy, because if we get hurt, if people, break our trust, or if like certain situations happen, especially if we were just curious about it, it might kind of like cut our curiosity or make us fold within ourselves, or even stop being curious altogether because, oh no, what if this happens again? Or I just jumped in head first, I should never do that again. I'm kind of afraid of what's going to happen in the future if I try that again, or anything like that. Or if I just go outside of my comfort zone. It's the type of energy that you're in right now, but it's only because of what may have happened in the past. It's not like that's who you are. It's not. It's just where you're sitting right now. And the universe is telling you, you are someone who likes to be adventurous. You like to go out here and learn new things and try new things and taste new foods. Like maybe you tried that food and it made you really sick. You're never going to do that again. Or Maybe you were really adventurous and you tried a certain drug with your friends, but it got you so messed up. And oh my God, it had some serious life consequences to that. Or maybe you even went to jail. Like, extreme things could have happened because of you just jumping head first into something. But that's who you are. You're someone who likes to try new things. And what the universe is trying to say to you is that that's who you are. Don't allow yourself to get caught off in this little fearful energy, being afraid to try things, move forward, get out there and mix energies with other people, party, whatever. Don't be afraid because of the things that happened in the past. No, just learn from your mistakes. And that is the fool in reverse. So before you was out here just, doing it, whatever. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go on this trip with you. I'll try that thing. But now you're more interested in knowing better and doing some research and understanding the people that you're around. And so that's what I'm seeing from this Nine of Wands energy. It doesn't have to be a bad Nine of Wands energy. It's kind of like a more mature, I've learned better type energy. Now that I know better, I'm going to do better. But you can be very hesitant to step outside of your comfort zone. But just know that you're not that person that you used to be. You're not that innocent person anymore. You've done some things. You have had some experiences. And so you can be smarter about the choices and decisions that you make. And you can really go out here and like just, learn and try new things from a different perspective, from a safer position, from a place of intelligence and not just a place of desire and one and I just want to do this, I gotta do this. But no, it's just like, this sounds interesting. Let me look into it first before I jump head first. Let me look into that person. Let me see if I want to work with them. Let me look into that teacher. Let me see if I'm gonna allow them to teach me. Let me look into that person before I want to go and date them. Like, let me do a little bit background research. Let me approach slowly. Let me not run head first into the thing. So that's what I'm getting for you as to who you are, pile one. But I just want to pull a few extra cards just to get some clarification. I'm going to use the Energy Oracle cards for the clarification. All right, we got these clarifying cards. Let's start with Angel of Strength. First chakra, Archangel Michael, appreciation and happy family. I love this because this is big, if you know better, do better type energy. So the thing is, for you, pile one, you are somebody, again, you're an adventurous. You're a courageous adventurer. You used to be like this fool, just ready to jump out there and do stuff, but now you've learned better. That's why you're more in this Nine of Wands energy, the wounded warrior. But that's just meaning that you are very strong, that you're a survivor, that you're smart in what you do now. And I love that we have the Angel of Strength and Archangel Michael coming out, because it's like you have gone through some things, you've experienced some things, and you have survived those things. So it's making you are basically the survivor. You are showing up as this Angel of Strength, first chakra, Archangel Michael energy. It's kind of like the energy of an older brother or a father figure who kind of like protects you when you're going through things. But the funny thing is, it's like that energy is within you. You don't have to wait on somebody to come and protect you or save you. Of course, if you work with Archangel Michael or even any deities that are protective deities, it's like that energy is going through you, is being expressed through you with this Knight of Wands energy, because it's like you are someone who knows better, who is smarter. You survived, like maybe you used to get beat up or something, or you've gotten beat up by doing something, like going somewhere, trying something or whatever. You know what to look out for. You know the precursors to, okay, these people about to fight, or these people are about to jump me. Like, you know what to look for to not even be put in that situation ever again, because you understand now the precursors that come to that. Like, you know the pathway. You understand how to keep yourself safe now. So that energy is being expressed through you, that strength energy, that Archangel Michael protector energy. Like, it is within you. You have that strength and courage. So people who want to try you, it's like, actually, I'm a survivor. Like, I don't know what y'all think or what you thought. If you thought I was this fool, but I'm not that anymore. I'm now strong enough. I have within me the strength. So if I want to continue to try new things, I understand how I can make it through. Like, whatever. Like, I have that energy within me, whereas, when I was a fool, people might come step to me because they were like, oh, they've not been through anything. They don't know anything. But whereas if you're in this strength energy, which you have become now, your people would think twice about trying you. It's like, it's just in your aura, your energy. Like, I don't know, it's the way you walk, it's the way you carry yourself, the way you look around at people. It's like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna try them. No, they not somebody to be messed with or to be played with. Like that's the type of energy that you're carrying just because of what you have gone through and survived. And it's like, I've been around the block. I know a few things. They can tell. And then we have appreciation and happy family. I love it. Because now that you're in this more strength and survivor energy, if you choose to continue being that adventurer that you already are, you can continue to basically, you're somebody who wants to learn new things and try and have new experiences. So you're going to continue to have those experiences. You're going to basically find the ones that you resonate with the most. Like, you're going to find the things that you love to do. It's so funny. Like, sometimes we get put into this box of this is what my family did, and this is what their family did before them, and their ancestors, and so forth and so on. But sometimes they've only done that because they haven't had the opportunity or access to learn and do and see and understand other things, other cultures, other ways of being. But you, the explorer and adventurer, you're going to go out there and seek out those opportunities. Like, you're going to be the one who does that, and you will get to basically find things that resonate with you, not just, oh, this was what was available for me to learn and do at the time. You're going to be able to find things that you love genuinely, that may not be something that your family does or your friends do or whatever, but it's something that you found that you really love and resonate with because you are going out there and trying new things. How will you know if you like it if you don't try it? How do kids know what foods do they like as babies? Like, they will try whatever you give them, but if they don't open up their mouths to eat it, how are they going to know if they like it or not? Like, when you're trying to introduce a new food. So you as an adult, as someone who has, gone around the block and explored some new things, you have the opportunity to continue exploring. Now with some intelligence of knowing, like, you know what, I've been around the block. I know I can make it and survive. I know how to go into new situations. I know, not to just trust strangers. I know not to give all my money at once, like, etc. Like, you know how to behave out here. And so because of that, you're going to be able to allow yourself to open up to new experiences, ones that resonate more with you, and ones that'll just make your life better. We got this big happy family. It's like, let me go out there and find my people. Let me find folks who like to do stuff like I do. Let me find people who have learned these same lessons that I've learned. Let me find my tribe. Like, you're going to be able to go out and do that because you have the strength, you have the courage, you have the ability to do it. That's who you are, Power, and that's what you're doing here. That's what you're doing right now. You're an explorer and an adventurer. I love it. Okay, let's move on to Pile 2. Okay, Pile 2, this is your reading. I just want to say, please like, subscribe, and comment if you resonate with this reading. Okay, so basically we are answering the question, who are you, Pile 2? So we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and then the High Priestess. So you are someone who is not conventional in the way that you view and see things, because we see the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is like, show me the money. Anything that she puts out, she's expecting to get back in exactly the same amount. Like, it's like, I put this in, I need to be getting this out. And I need to have, I need to be fully understanding of how much money I'll be getting for this, or how much whatever I'll be receiving from my time and my energy. Like, she's very much interested in cold, hard facts. I need to know, like, A plus B equals C. There's no deviating from that. I need my stuff to be in order, basically. But you're someone who is not conventional in that way. And I say conventional, I don't know. It may be conventional to some people, but for you it's certainly not. You're someone who is more open to seeing and understanding things that are not necessarily concrete or real. And that's what I see when I see the High Priestess. So because the Queen of Pentacles is here, it's making me lean towards careers. So you could be someone who is not interested in a 9-to-5 or an hourly job. You might be cool with something that is commission based, or something that is like, say you're an artist and people want to purchase your work, but it's not necessarily a steady, like, you don't really have a steady gig. It's just like, whomever comes to purchase your work is whomever purchases your work. You might get us a few sales in 1 month, no sales in another month, but it's not something that's steady or regular. But you're okay with that because you really like that kind of freedom. As the High Priestess, because this is the energy that you're showing up in, you're someone who is going to trust more in yourself than like the structures that were built in this world. You're going to trust more in yourself and your connection with your higher power. And I like to say higher power because everybody has their own belief systems, things that they believe in. And it might not even be anything outside of themselves. It could literally be you trust more in your own abilities to go out there and make money and like create things, and you trust in some job to make a place or position that's going to work perfectly for you and encompass all of your gifts and skills. No, you really trust yourself to like basically put yourself out there, sell yourself, and bring home the bacon. I also see for you, Pile, too, is that you really have this strong connection with your higher power. So if we're talking about like an artist, if you're an artist, because it doesn't necessarily have to be painting or molding, but if you're someone who creates from within yourself, I would call that an artist. So if you're an artist, you're really channeling things that are going to be like you would be someone who has a unique style, not someone who is doing the same thing everybody else is doing, or you're definitely not following trends. You're for sure setting the trends, but basically you're making or creating things from your heart, things that they just resonate with you. Like you're just getting that information from your higher power or from source or whatever you want to call it. It is something that is unique to you, and it basically can't be touched by anybody. I mean, they can try to imitate, but they can never duplicate. So you are someone who's more focused on that rather than, oh, I'm going to see what the world is out here doing. I'm going to see what is working for everybody else. Like, no, you are insistent upon being unique in the things that you do and create. So that's just how you kind of run your life, and you walk this life in an own unique way. You might even have like a cool way that you dress. You could be someone who doesn't necessarily subscribe to the conventions of masculine and feminine wear, or way to style your hair or fashion, whatever. Like you just have you walk to the beat of your own drum. That's what I want to say. Okay, I want to get some clarifying cards here, pal, too. I'm going to use this deck, the Energy Oracle cards. Okay, pal, two, we got the clarifying cards. We have victory, happy family, appreciation, and man holding a heart. Okay, so pal, two, I told you that you are someone who is very unique in what it is that you do. Whether it's your style or your type of work, or just unconventional, maybe in the way that you receive money. But whatever it is that you do, or if you're not even there yet, because again, this is who you are when it's coming to your soul, how the universe sees you. So this is something that you have the ability to do. That is basically you being your unique self, you being basically getting your style and your way of making money, your way of living, channeling that down from the universe, or from your higher power, from your higher source. That is going to be something that you are admired for. So you being your own unique self, showing up in your own unique way, it says victory. Like you doing that is going to be what brings you victory. It's going to be what brings you people, basically like followers. So I don't know if you're online, if you're like a blogger or a YouTuber or anything like that, Instagrammer. That's you being your unique self, showing up the way you do is going to bring people like followers to you. People who appreciate your work, people who admire your work. Like I literally just see up here admiration, just people coming to be around you because it's like, whoa, look at how they're expressing and showing up. I kind of want to, be around that energy. I want to do that too. I want to change my look in this way. Like you really are a trendsetter, whether it comes to be style or types of ways to create something. Say if you're an artist, again, I was like, you're definitely a trendsetter. You're not someone who's going to be following the different trends, but setting them. So there are literally maybe people who are just waiting on you to put something out so that they can either admire it and purchase it, or they can like try to duplicate it. But again, they cannot, because they don't have it like you. Obviously, it's just like so many people are gonna admire you for your own unique thing. And I think the only like warning or caveat here is to make sure you're doing and producing from your heart, from your connection with your higher source, rather than trying to please the ones around you. Because producing from your connection with your higher source is what's going to bring you all of this. And again, this is who you are. So you're likely already doing this, or already on your way to doing this. But it's just that pile two, for you, the conventional path is just not going to be the one. It's going to be the path that's best for you. So the one that you carve out for yourself is what's going to bring this admiration. I literally just see admiration for you for just showing up. Like, wow, look at them. Look at the way they dress. Look at what they wear. Look at their hair. Look at how like they carry themselves. It's literally you being you is what people are gonna be drawn to. That's how you're gonna make your money. So literally, if it's you, I guess you could be a model in that way. You could again be like an Instagrammer or a blogger or an artist, like expressing yourself. But it's like the you-ness of it all is the thing that brings your admiration and fans and financial abundance. Okay, pile 2, that's who you are. We're gonna move on to pile 3. Okay, pile 3, this is your reading, the answer to who are you. First, I just want to say, if you resonate with this reading, please like, subscribe, and comment. I want to know how you resonate. Okay, so we've got the Lovers in reverse in the Strength card. Both of these are major arcana. I love it. So whatever it is that you are doing in this life, it seems like it's going to be making a major impact, or at least you're part of the wave of people who are changing something, doing something a little bit different. And it's going to have to do with love. So when I looked at your cards, I thought about this interview that I was listening to with Trevor Noah, and how he was saying that in he was basically saying that if you're not married, people automatically assume that there's something wrong with you, that you've done something wrong, or you're just not fit to be married or with someone. Like, if your life is not defined by a significant romantic relationship, then what are you even doing? And this is kind of the energy that you, like what he was saying, that you're, he was basically saying he doesn't want to be defined in that way. And this is how I feel you're showing up too in this reading. The Lovers in reverse, clarified by Strength, is basically saying, like, you know, relationships are great, but I don't want to be defined by my significant other. I don't want them really making major decisions as to what I do in my life. I want to be able to stand on my own. I want to be able to be out here and get it on my own. Like, I'm actually hearing in my head when Snoop Dogg did that speech and he said, I would like to thank me. It's like, you don't feel that you need to be connected to somebody to like really do something strong in this world. You feel like you can stand on your own and do whatever it is that you need to do, accomplish what you want to accomplish without having, like, without mixing yourself with someone else's energy or attaching yourself to somebody else. It's like, I got my own goals and things that I need to do before I'm trying to be tied with someone else. And it also, I'm also thinking about Oprah. So it's interesting that I'm thinking about all of these really famous, successful people. Snoop Dogg is married, yes, but we don't necessarily think of his significant other when we think of his accomplishments. Trevor Noah, I don't even know what his relationship status is, but Oprah, we know she's with Stedman, but it's not like her accomplishments and the things that she's done. We don't attribute to Stedman at all. We know that she did this, like she built herself from day one on that anchor show on the news or whatever she did when she started out. She built herself. She built her self-esteem. She, made sure she stood up for herself and got into the right rooms. And so that's what I'm saying for you. It's like you, in this world that we live in, especially here in the United States where I live, it's like a big emphasis on your partner and like power couples and, building it together and, getting together, creating that family and your legacy being your family. And it's not that you're rejecting all of those things. It's just that you want to make sure that the things that are important to you, that you feel very strongly about, that are important for you to do in this life, are the things that you focus on. So it's not that family is number one or romantic love is number one. It's like, no, my goals, the things that I believe in, that I'm passionate about, the things that I feel like I came here to do, that's my number one goal. And you're not against love at all. It's just the way in which you're going to show up in love is going to be different than the norm, the typical. Like, your family's not going to be your number one priority. Of course, having a solid relationship, yes, is if you decide to get into a relationship, but it's not going to be to where you allow your significant other to make decisions for you or let their what it is that they're interested in affect what you're interested in. Like, you might even be somebody who, if you did get in a relationship, y'all had y'all own separate houses or your own separate rooms in the house. You had your own separate hobbies and you didn't necessarily spend all this time together. When we think about like an old married couple, we think of someone who is like a couple who's always together, always going on walks together, always spending their time together. You just might have a completely different relationship when it comes to romantic love. And that's what I'm seeing when I see the Lovers in the verse. But it's like you are someone who just believes that you can get through this, not to say on your own, but you really want that to be like you want to be responsible for yourself. You don't want to have to be reliant on someone else or some other, like an outside source for anything, like to provide you with food and shelter, etc. Like you want to be able to get it on your own, and you know that you can, and you know that if you decide to get into a relationship, it's gonna be because you love them and not because you need them, that you need their safety and stability. But no, it's because I want to show up and be complete first before I get with someone else. Like that is very important to you, like for you to be able to stand on your own before you get into something like a connection with someone else. So it's basically pile 3. You're someone who is rejecting like the conventional norm when it comes to being married and being a power couple and being like even those people who create content surrounding like their whole families. You think that that's cool and great, but that's not what you want to do. You want to be known for being yourself, basically. So I want to go ahead and get some clarifying cards for you, pile 3. I'm going to use this energy oracle deck for your clarifying cards. Okay, pile 3, you've got your clarifying cards. We got Woman Holding a Coin, Magician in the Mirror, Rest and Rejuvenation, and the Garden and the Gate. I love this. So again, I was saying that you want to be known for, especially because we have these major arcana cards. It looks like you want to do some big things out here, but you want to be known for those big things. You don't want it to be someone else. And it's interesting because when I see these clarifying cards, it makes me kind of see a more fuller picture of you. Most of the people who watch my readings are women, and I really get strong energy of a woman, of women watching this pile 3. Does not have to be women, feminine energy, but you know, as women, sometimes we are expected to be like the cleaners, the homemakers, the kid raisers, but never like the breadwinners or the ones who come up with the ideas, like the ones who push humanity forward or who have like the brilliant plans. Like I feel like it's way less rare for women to be known for their ideas and their ways of doing things, like their ways of being. It's more like, oh, she's a great mom, she's a great wife, she's a great supporter, but not she's a great businesswoman, like that type of energy. And you are like, no, I'm not interested in being your mama or your wife. I want to be the businesswoman. I want to be out here putting my ideas forth. And it's like you've rejected this idea of conventional love because you know it won't work for you. You know that, just like I was saying with Oprah, Oprah was like, I don't want to marry Stedman because I don't want to have to make him a sandwich when he wants a sandwich. I want to make it when I want to make it. And so for you, you're just like, I know that for me, being in a marriage would not be a win. It just wouldn't be. Not in a conventional marriage, maybe in a way less conventional marriage, and one in which the woman still retains her power. But again, in America, it's just, I haven't seen any or many examples of that. But there are out there. And you can create it your own self because you have the strength and the purpose to do that. But that's what I see when I see women holding a coin. I just feel like you have learned, and you may have already been married. Maybe you went through a divorce. Maybe you're currently in a marriage that's not serving you. And maybe you are relying more on your strength and your willpower to push you forward so that you don't have to like shrink for anyone. You don't have to share your resources with anyone. But that's what I'm seeing here when I see Magician and Mirror and Rest and Rejuvenation. It's funny, I haven't really seen Magician in the Mirror in this way before, but I'm kind of getting that energy of like you sitting here transmuting all this energy of people around you, of people like, it's like you have to sit here and juggle because there's so much other energy, outside energy that's not even having anything to do with you. It's like you got all this other stuff to take care of and handle. And if you were able to just focus on your own stuff, imagine what it is that you would be able to do. That's why I get here when I see the garden and the gate. It's like you may be a really sensitive person who has seen, and again, I really feel like I'm talking to women here. You've seen the boxes that women are put in, and you've been put in that box before. And now you're like, I no longer want to be defined by the people around me, by the relationships. I want to be defined by my own intelligence, my own abilities, my own business acumen. Like I don't want. I I really just see you rejecting that traditional love role. And you're like, no, I want more, I want better. And you're someone who was looking to find that for yourself. So you could be, maybe you're from like me, from a small town where so many of the people that you knew from high school have gotten down or settled down, gotten married, and maybe never even really left too far away from their town. And you just want to go out here and do your own thing. And that's what I'm seeing in these cards. Like, you're someone who is gonna do more to put yourself first and to make sure that your ideas and abilities get seen. That you're not just the second, or somebody's like, uh, what do they say, behind every man is a woman. It's like, I don't want to be behind him. Actually, I want to be the first. I want to be in the front. And again, this does not have to be just for women, but I'm really just getting that energy. Take it as it resonates with you, and also it could just be, it could be whatever gender you feel that you are. It's just you are someone who wants to move forward and have your own gifts shine for you, and not just to be building and creating for someone else, or for a family unit, let's say, or for a boss. Like, you want to shine. You want to be the one who is in the front. You don't want to. This is Leo energy, straight. This is Leo. You want to be number one. You want to be the main character. You are tired of doing and creating and putting forth energy for other people. You want to be sitting in your own energy and creating something new, doing something different, being out in the forefront, letting your ideas be the thing that leads and guides and inspires you, not somebody else's, not because it's good for the family. You're so over that. You are the one who wants to be in control. And that's the type of life that you're going to lead and create. Pile number 3. That is who you are. You are the Leo. If you resonate with being a Leo, this is for you. But also if you don't, because this is just Leo energy, like being the number one, like being like, I would like to thank me because I put in this work. I put in this work for me. I did it for the family too, but this time it's for me. That's the garden in the gate. You walking out, outside of this like conventional way of living, of having a family. And again, you can still be in love because you're a lover. You're just rejecting the conventional way of doing it. You're going to find your own way that's more, that allows you to still be in the forefront as well, that allows your ideas to be going to you and not be attributed to someone else. So that family that I'm talking about could literally be like a career. A career you could be in, like working on a team, and you see that every brilliant idea you come up with never gets, like, it doesn't go back to you. It's like, oh, the team did well. It's like, no, it was me. I did that. And I'm going to go and do this on my own so that I can really show myself and the world, because this is Leo energy. This is really putting it out there on display. I want to show how great I am. I want to show how great my ideas are. I want to show how great being who I am is, without this whole team mentality. I can do this on my own. I can stand by myself. I have that strength. Okay, pile 3, that's your reading. Okay, pile 4, this is your reading for who you are. I just want to say, please like and subscribe and comment if you resonate with this reading. Okay, but let's get started. We've got the 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. So these 2 cards right here, pile 4, let me know that you are valuable. You're valuable, and you know your worth too. And you may be someone who you've learned so much, you've studied so much, you've collected so much information, like you've become an expert at so many things, that in a lot of the situations that you find yourself in, you are the one who is teaching others and guiding and leading others, and they are not necessarily able to pay you what you're worth or give back to you in a way that's equal in the way to the way that you're giving to them. So you just might be a very mature person. So we can be talking about in relationships and friendships. You might be the emotionally secure one, or the financially secure one. You might be the one that everybody wants to meet up at your house because you got the good snacks. Because your house is the nicest. You got the good cushions on the sofa. Like, they just, you kind of may tend to find people using you. And I won't even necessarily say intentionally, but people do that too. But it's just that you're successful, you're valuable. You have maybe a lot of physical possessions, because I'm seeing the 3 of Pentacles here. Your energy might just be good. You might be great at listening. Like you just keep finding yourself self in situations in which it's just not equally yoked. So you may be there only a short period of time, which is why I keep seeing this Ten of Wands. It's like you have to keep moving on. You're somebody too. I'm thinking of, like, if we're talking about your soul, you could be somebody who's been here before. Like they say, you may have a very mature soul, so you learn things quickly. You may learn your career quickly. You might be at the top of your career because one of the youngest people at the top of your career, because it was easy for you to learn this thing because you've been here before. You've done this. You know this. You understand this. Like, it's on a soul level, and so it's just a little bit easier for you. Again, with friendships, with relationships, even romantic relationships, you might be bringing the most to the table emotionally. You might be able to handle more in the situations or be more forgiving, etc. And you just really don't feel like you're getting back the things that you're putting into it. And that's why I keep saying you're valuable, and you know your value, because the Ten of Wands, you're not going to stay in a situation that's not serving you. But I do like that you tend to be in group situations. So you tend to move on to another group. It's kind of like you are a teacher. I'm not sure if you know that or if you show up in that way, but you tend to play those roles because, again, you're mature and valuable. You've got information and assets or whatever to pass on to other people, and so literally your presence is a gift for people. So you're very, very, again, a very valuable person. You may be someone who has studied hard, even when it comes to like the esoteric. You may be someone who just knows a lot. You have a lot to bring to the conversation. Like, people could sit and listen to you for hours just the way you talk. Like, oh wow, they got some stories to tell. They have some knowledge to pass on. I'm gonna sit and listen and be quiet. Like, people might literally do that. And whereas you wanted to go out and have a good time, and now you sitting here teaching people. So you might just end up in dissatisfied in certain situations, and that just can be the way that your energy shows up. Again, it's like a difference between you and the people around you. Like, you're more mature, and that's who you are, like a mature, valuable person. Pile 4. So I'm going to get some more clarifying cards to show who you are. I'm going to get that from the energy oracle deck here. Okay, Pile 4, here's your clarifying cards. We've got the Thinking Woman, Healer of the Ages, Woman Holding the Heart, and Adjacent Possibilities. Again, I was telling you, you're someone who may not be satisfied in the places that you find yourself in, because again, you are valuable. Like, you have all of this insight to give. And I'm just thinking about somebody who walks around and sees life in color. It's like, we see the Thinking Woman here, like a walking encyclopedia. You have something to add to everything. You have either an opinion or a fact or like a story to tell. Like, you're just rich with information. And for the people who are around you, that can be like the most amazing thing. But for you, when people are not necessarily able to give that back to you, you can just feel like, okay, this is not my place. This is not my situation. I'm bored here. I'm dissatisfied here because I'm not getting back what I'm putting in. Like, how is it that I'm so, well read, well traveled, well articulated, and you guys are just not on my level? And it's interesting because you're the healer of the ages. Like, you just have special gifts. I don't know, you're special. Power 4. That's why. Like, again, I just feel like that energy of you've been here before, you understand things better on a deeper level. You might even feel things stronger than other people feel things. Like, you can say somebody's telling you like a simple story, but in your mind, that story is, I mean, you can smell the smells, taste the taste that they're talking about. You can see the pictures and the colors, and like, you dream in color. Like, you can, everything to you is like 10 times more heightened. So that's why you're able to go around and describe and talk to and understand. Like, you see something small, but you can make it huge, like in your mind. Like, you might even observe something small, but you understand so much more deeper the situation. Like, definitely High Priestess energy, definitely giving an intuitive person energy, even maybe an empath, but maybe not so much. Empath is not so much of an empath as someone who is just highly intelligent, can, like, what's that called? Claircognizant. Like, you just understand things. and you're very, very good at articulating them to other people, which is why I'm seeing that teacher energy. Again, we have healer of the ages. It's remind me of Jesus. You know, Jesus would go around and he would just set stuff straight. Like, hey, y'all are doing this wrong. He would give reasons why. He would tell these stories. He would help you understand things. And that's kind of your ability. Like, you just, it is literally within you, which is why I'm saying you're rich and wealthy. It doesn't have to do with money. It's just the way in which you live your life and the way in which you're able to give to others. That's rich. Like, your presence is rich. Your spirit is rich. And then we have woman holding heart and adjacent possibilities. So you're somebody, I don't want to say that you're not going to be satisfied in one spot, but it feels like you are someone who, like, is a nomad who would move around a lot. Um, Maybe not even physically moving around a lot, but you might be like have a job where you see a lot of different people all the time, or you work in a place where people come through a lot. Like I live here in Hawaii, there's many people who come through this place, so I have the opportunity to meet people from all over the world. And you could be somewhere like that too. You could work maybe like in an airport or somewhere where you get to see people, different people from different places all the time, and that is what is going to help satisfy you. That's what I'm seeing by this 10 of Wands. It's like the moving on of it all, like the I'm sharing my gifts with so many different people, and I'm getting back from each of those people that I share with, that I talk to. So if I see a lot of people in one day, that's going to help satisfy me, because I am I'm picking up information from all of these people. Because if you live this really rich life and you're confined to this little small community of people, you would not be satisfied. But if you get a chance to like either travel, or people travel to you and you get to share those stories and hear stories back from other people, that is what's going to satisfy you, and fill up your heart. That's what it's going to bring back to you, or pour back into you. So you're probably someone who loves to travel. And if you don't get a chance to travel, you love to meet new people and talk to new people, hear different stories, like understand different types of ways of being, different relationships. It's like you would just need a lot of contrast. You want to meet people who are different than you, who have things to offer than the people who are around you or who were around you didn't have. So that's why I'm seeing this like nomad energy. If you moving on, like, okay, I'm gonna go in this one place, I'm gonna learn a lot of stuff, I'm gonna also teach the things that I already know, and I'm gonna move on to another place, learn a lot, teach the things I know. So I've picked up more stuff, I can teach those things now. Like you just I just see a lot of movement in your life. That's why I see adjacent possibilities, because you are someone powerful who just, you, again, especially if you're highly intelligent, you need that input. Like, I need more information. I'm bored now. I need more sensory input. Like, give me more. So you're going to need to either move around a lot or do a lot of study and research if you're someone, because we have this thinking woman. So you might not be satisfied with one career. You might want to, okay, complete that career. All right, I'm bored now. Let me move on to another career. I'm going to try that out. I'm going to start from the bottom. Let me go back to school. Let me get a degree in this one now. Let me learn how to do that now. I was doing something with my hands before. I don't know how you work with your hands. I was working on cars before, but you know what? I want to use my brain now. Let me get into computer stuff. Let me learn learn networking and telecommunications. Like, you would basically want to use your brain to a higher capacity than many others around you. Like, you just would not be satisfied staying in your little small town that you grew up in. If you did, like me, grew up in a little small town, power forward, but you are someone who is going to want to, I mean, like, live a really rich life. So you would need to be able to see and taste and smell and go and like meet. You just couldn't be satisfied doing the 9 to 5 regular thing all the time. For short periods of time, that would be satisfying to you. But for like as a career for your entire life, doing the same thing, talking to the same people, that might not be satisfying to you. Pile number 4, you like travel. You like learning new things, and you do like teaching, it seems. All right, pile 4, that is who you are. Move on to pile 5. Okay, pile 5, this is your reading of who you are. I just want to say, please like, subscribe, and comment if you resonate with this. I would love to hear your feedback. Okay, so let's get started. You've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Swords. Pile 5, you are interesting. You I just heard the word thrill seeker, or the phrase thrill seeker. You might not be somebody who. So this Page of Pentacles energy is all about, like starting from the bottom and slowly working your way up, like just kind of learning and practicing, and even like starting out new opportunities. But no, you aren't. You're not really interested in like that pathway type stuff. You kind of just want to jump head first into things. That's why I'm saying thrill seeker. Like that's just maybe the energy that you live your life. You see this Knight of Swords. He's just swift on his feet, running very fast. He rides a motorcycle, not a bicycle, not a horse, but a motorcycle. So he's just really fast, and even like with information, he might be just be someone. You could literally be somebody who talks fast. You could move fast, walk fast. You could be a runner. But I just get this feeling of like quick energy, and that's the way you live your life. Like you might jump from opportunity to opportunity. You might jump from friendship to friendship, lover to lover. Like you just kind of like that fast energy, that fast pace of life. Don't necessarily want to be tied down to anything. I don't see that you're lonely, but I do see that you're a loner. Like being on your own is that's your habitat. That's what you like. Also, again, with the Knight of Swords, swords are about the mental energies, like mental information, mental clarity. So it's interesting how you live this fast-paced life, but it seems like you are, like it's something that's okay for you. It doesn't really cause you anxiety or fear. It's just like your element, basically. And I love this reading because I haven't really done one like this before, where someone is less interested with being like grounded and stable, but really likes to be on the go. Okay, pile 5. I want to get some clarifying cards for the Energy Oracle deck. Also, I forgot to mention, when it comes to your career, again, I was saying you might want to jump from job to job, but it's kind of like, it's like you don't necessarily have a plan, but it works for you. Like you're still able to be abundant even if you don't like have this career path. Like, okay, this is my 5-year plan, but whatever it is that you are doing is working for you. It's I don't know. It's hard to describe. So let's get the clarifying cards. Okay, pile 5. These are your clarifying cards. Got 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, the garden and the gate, action, and door to value. I just heard risk taker. Okay. So I was saying earlier, you like to move quickly. You like to just be decisive in your actions. You're not necessarily concerned about being tied down or stuck anywhere. So that might mean a career, a relationship. Like you just might move on very quickly. And again, that energy of being alone, but not necessarily a loner. It's kind of like somebody that makes your own decisions, does whatever you want to do. And I'm seeing in these cards that you're a very secure person. Like you trust, like you are somebody who will make the leap and wait for the universe to catch you because you know the universe will catch you. Like you're just confident in that. So your life was led in a way in which like you just, I'm thinking about attachment styles. You are someone who is securely attached when it comes to family relationships, which is giving you that ability to be able to jump freely and know that you'll be caught, because that's what has happened to you your entire life. You have been supported, and you already know it's going to continue to happen for you. So you feel comfortable making these risks. We got the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. That's really going in alignment with this Knight of Swords. It's like being decisive, knowing exactly what it is that you want, looking ahead on your goals, and doing whatever it takes to achieve them. So it's funny because you might, especially when it comes to like a career path, you might have this specific goal with your career, but you know where some people might sit and work for a company for 20 years and then get promoted to one of the really top positions. No, you're not going to do something like that. You're going to work for a company, get as far as you can, fast as you can, and then when you see another opportunity that allows you to like jump ahead in line, you're going to do that, work for that other company, jump ahead in line a little bit, so you're going to have like maybe 2 promotions, 2 levels up, then jump into another company when a new opportunity comes, and then you're going to be like one of the youngest people in the company to be in this position because you've just like you've jumped, like springboarded yourself to success rather than doing the conventional thing, which would be the Page of Pentacles ways. Like, I'm going to slowly work, I'm going to slowly walk this path. Like, no, you're going to make your own path and do it your own way. trusting yourself and trusting your instincts and trusting the opportunities that come in front of you, because you're just like gonna run and jump and take them. Oh yeah, this is a new startup. It hasn't been around for a long time. That doesn't matter. I trust that if I get this position that I'm looking for, that I'm going to be taken care of. Even if this company doesn't survive, I'll survive. So that's fine. I'll take this. Like, you have no problem taking risks. So I'm seeing the garden and the gate here. You don't, like, this gate, you don't wonder what's outside. You go out there and check and see. Like, we're seeing this action. You take action. You take action, but it's intelligent action. You're not just gonna like, oh look, opportunity, I'll take it. You're gonna make sure it's in alignment with your values and the things that you believe in. So you would easily see opportunities that are like, I don't know, they might shine bright for you. Opportunities that are good for you, that are beneficial for you. You will seek them out, and you know what elements to look for, because you're a risk taker. You've done this before. They say you win some, you lose some, but I really feel like you're good at this. This is not something like, this is not, I think sometimes the things that can hold people back when it comes to taking risks are their fears. Their fears of failure, their fears of, like if they take a new opportunity, they're fearful to negotiate for what it is that they really want, because they're like, oh, what if they don't like me? What if? But you're not someone who is like that. You're not led by fear. You're led by confidence. So with that being said, you're going to like make sure the opportunities are good for you. You're not going to hold back on the things that you want and need. You're going to ask for exactly what you want. You're going to make sure you get it. Otherwise, you won't be taking that opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, you are someone who understands that, like you understand your power in this world, and you're not going to hesitate to make sure you get everything you need. And it's interesting because you're not going to rely on other people to do it for you or to tell you the pathway to go. It's you and your own intuition. Like, it's like, okay, I'm confident enough to make my decisions on my own. I don't need to crowdsource my decisions. I'm gonna do what I feel is right for me, and that's what's gonna get you ahead in life. And so all of this jumping and speeding that you're doing is you're moving forward towards your goal, your door to value. It's pretty clear that there's something specific that it is that you want. Because I'm seeing this Page of Pentacles in reverse, it's making me think of a career or like a title or something specific like that. But it's kind of like you get the thrill of chasing this goal, like this overreaching goal. So it could literally be like an amount of money. I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30, like that type of goal, like that brings you joy to chase it. And it's not necessarily the getting of the goal, but what they say, the climb. But you don't want to do it in like, okay, I'm going to slowly get this money. Like, you could literally be an investor. You might just make risky investments because you believe in yourself in that way, and you're confident in yourself, and you understand your instincts. It's like, I can make these split decisions. Like, should I buy it, should I not? Should I buy it, should I not? Like, you're not really going to go back and forth too many times. You're like, okay, this is the way to go because my instincts are telling me that. So I'm going to rely on that. Like, you're someone who's pretty confident, in particular when it comes to the decisions that you make. You're not hesitant on those. And I see just a lack of fear. Like, you're not afraid. That actually gives you a thrill. Like, it excites you to do stuff, like do risky things. It gets you excited. And I see this door to value, but to me it's one of your guiding principles. It's like, it's not to say that making money is what makes you happy, but it's like that chase, like that, how do you describe it? Like the thrill of it all, like ooh, there's a large sum of money, I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna play with that. Even like, you could literally be a gambler or someone like that who just gambles, or what is it called? It talks about investing, but there's something else. Sorry, I don't know a lot about this kind of financial. But it's like high stakes situations. You thrive in those. And Pile 5, that's what you like to do. It is your door to value because, I don't know, it's like a gift of yours to be able to make these calls in such short notice. But I'm just having trouble thinking of a career path in which you do that. But maybe it's not a career path. Maybe it's your own unique way of doing things. Making risks and taking risks. You could literally be somebody who just meets somebody one day, and then they have some information for you that helps you as you're moving forward, and you act on that information rather than like being hesitant and sitting on it. I don't know, I just really see that you are a risk taker. You don't like staying in the same spot for too long. You like to move around. You might talk a lot too. You might be somebody who has a lot to say, like, I don't know, like a fast talker. Yeah, sales, you could literally do sales. Oh my goodness, you could be really good at sales. But I do feel like this reading, Pile 5, is very career oriented. So if you're not resonating with that, this one might not be the one for you. But this is all about like the chase, the climb, the like, the thrill of the sale, like that kind of a feeling. All right, Pile 5, you are a risk taker. And you're just unconventional in the way that you're like achieving your goals. You're very quick with it. You make fast decisions and they normally pay off. All right, Pile 5, that's your reading. See you in the next one.